Hello everyone, today I will be doing a case study over winter. Storm Uri from 2021. Primarily its impacts for the entire state of Texas. This storm occurred during a prolonged period of cold. From an Arctic blast lasting a couple weeks in February. This winter storm actually was the first time the majority of the southern half of the state have seen snow since the December 2017 snow event. But unlike the 2017 storm, the entire state was affected and disastrous and deadly power outages followed. To start, our story begins from February 1st to 7th. The nationwide weather pattern dramatically shifted as a high-amplitude jet developed across North America, a strong ridge built over Alaska and the western U.S., forcing the polar jet stream to crash south. By February 8th, the first round of Arctic air had reached Texas, dropping temperatures below freezing for most of Texas for the first time all season. Snowpack in the northern plains increased, shielding cold air by the snowpack's albedo effects. On February 11th to 12th, a priori winter weather event impacted north and central Texas. Warm, moist Gulf air rose over shallow freezing air, dropping sleet and freezing rain over half the state. Areas of DFW saw heavy ice accumulations from the freezing rain, while the Austin area received the highest totals up to half an inch. This seemingly minor winter weather event caused a 100-plus car pileup on I-35 in the Fort Worth area, leading to 6 deaths and over 50 injuries. This mini winter storm was just an appetizer for what was to come. By February 13th, Uri had started to develop. A frontal low off the Pacific coast moved southeast as a deep trough dug into the southern U.S. At the same time, strong Gulf moisture remained available. These conditions provided once-in-a-lifetime conditions for a classic Gulf Coast winter storm. These conditions also mirrored the Gulf Coast snowstorm 4 years later, which provided mostly snow, with little to no freezing rain or sleet, saving the South from another disaster. By Valentine's Day, February 14th, the real monster had arrived. For the first time in history, the entire state was under a winter storm warning, as snow, sleet, and freezing rain began spreading into Texas from west to east, strong isentropic lift from Gulf air being forced upwards, paired with frontogenesis from growing temperature gradients, intensified snow bands. By midday Sunday, snow had already taken over a majority of West Texas. By Sunday evening, Houston had begun getting in on the action. Precipitation first started as mainly sleet, transitioning into snow into midnight. By Sunday night, most roads in the state had become impassable as they froze over. Throughout the night, multiple reports of thundersnow came in from Snook and Galveston. Here's a video of the thundersnow. By Monday morning, the snow and ice had become apparent. The majority of the state recorded ice accumulations from 1/10 of an inch up to 1/4. Snow totals, on the other hand, were even crazier. Del Rio recorded over 11.2 inches. The San Antonio and Austin areas recorded over 6.2 inches. Houston recorded from 2 to 4 inches, and Dallas recorded up to 4 inches. The state had not seen heavy, widespread snow like this since the Great Blizzard of 1895. Over 110 years ago. But unfortunately for Texas, snow and ice were not the only things we had to worry about. As the extreme cold front pushed through, temperatures throughout the state bottomed out into the teens and single digits below zero. The DFW area recorded low temperatures of -2 degrees Tuesday morning, the lowest ever in over 72 years, while Houston recorded 13. Going towards the west, Waco recorded -1 degrees. Austin recorded 7 degrees, and San Antonio recorded 9 degrees. This, paired with the strong north wind, dropped wind chills below zero for much of the state, triggering the National Weather Service to issue wind chill warnings for a majority of the state for the first time in history. The dangerous nature of this winter storm also grew from the sheer duration of the event. Central Texas endured over 144 consecutive hours below freezing, while the DFW area recorded over 232 non-consecutive hours below freezing, which limited snow melt and distribution of essential materials like food, water, and first aid kits. The thick snow and ice pack further intensified the freezing temperature as albedo grew, increasing the light reflected off of the surface, limiting surface heating and melting. Though the snow and ice had been an impactful, direct danger of this winter storm, power outages had been the silent, indirect killer. By Monday morning, ERCOT, the Texas grid was near collapse. 4.5 million Texans were without power for multiple days in sub-freezing temperatures. This caused many families to unknowingly poison themselves with carbon monoxide. Many families who lost power powered on generators and cars inside, trying to conserve heat. But little did they know, a deadly gas filled their homes, killing anyone exposed to it. Over 19 people throughout the state perished and over 600 were treated from the poisoning. Uri's freezing temperatures also caused thousands of residents' pipes to burst, ruining their homes. Here are a few videos.
So that's what I've been dealing with all day long. It's not that we can't handle the snow. It's just that we never get this kind of temperatures down here. So our houses are not ready for this. The pipes are not wrapped. Obviously the electrical grid can't handle this. We don't have the cleanup crews for this kind of snow, for this kind of ice like they do up north. I hope that from now on we have something in place so we don't have to go through it yet again. But I doubt it. We deal with heat here, not freezing cold. So our pipes are not going to be wrapped. Yeah, it's funny that we're freaking out. Oh yeah, see the Texans, they're freaking out. Yeah, we get it. Trust me, we get it. But we knew that there were going to be problems with this. That's why we're freaking out.
By Wednesday, another winter weather system had encroached on an already decimated state. Light snow began to fall over the northern half of the state, while freezing drizzle and sleet fell in areas more south. Like Houston, any signs of thawing or warming had been thrown out the door. Though accumulations were less than the previous storm, North and Central Texas still recorded around an inch of additional snowfall. By the end of the week, Friday and Saturday, the state had finally begun to thaw. The hundreds of hours below freezing ended as snow and ice slowly melted from the warm sun. Before we knew it, the damage had become clear as day. More than 240 people died during the freeze, with some estimates hitting over 700. Damages had surpassed $300 billion, overtaking Hurricane Harvey in terms of costliest natural disasters in Texas history. After this disaster, residents were left wondering, how could the power grid be this vulnerable? Well, the answer is quite simple. ERCOT officials never had thought a winter storm on a magnitude of 2021 would ever occur. This is true. No other winter storm since the founding of ERCOT had been this intense. This winter storm was mainly so impactful due to the long duration from the Arctic air just sitting in Texas, allowing any storms carrying precipitation to drop rounds and rounds of winter weather onto equipment that wasn't prepared for it. That concludes our case study for today. If you enjoyed watching this video, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment on future case study ideas.